Hi guys, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to film an intro for this video, so please just ignore that and pretend like I did, and I hope you enjoy. So to start off, I think I'm going to start with my eyes. I already went ahead and primed using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I want to use these two things on my eyes. I just got them. I showed you guys them in my makeup show makeup haul. This is the Makeup Forever Starlit Liquid in 2, the shade 2, it's like the pink shade. And then this is the Starlit Powder in the shade Iridescent Pearl. I made a mess with it, so there's powder everywhere. In here, it kind of looks like nothing. It looks like a white powder with like a pinkish purple shift, but on the eyes, it looks amazing. You can see it's all over me. You can kind of see like that pink purple shift. It's really cool. So yeah, I definitely want to use those on my eyes. And I'm kind of feeling a halo eye today. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my Chloe Morello Ciate palette, the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. And like I said, I already primed my eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and take the shade My Tribe, that cream shade, and I'm just going to use that to set the eye primer really and just make sure that everything else blends really nicely. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take Skinny Dip, this sort of cool toned transition shade, and I'm going to put that in the crease. Next, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this shade here. This is the shade Jet Setter, and you can see it's just a really light, like dusty mauve shade, and I'm going to throw that in my crease as well. By the way, I am being pretty messy with my eyeshadow because I want this look to be a little more on the dramatic side. I feel like I haven't really been playing with any color recently or doing anything dramatic, so don't mind the eyeshadow everywhere. I'm going to clean it up a little bit later and it'll all come together. Don't you worry. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a smaller, denser brush, and I'm going to take this shade here. That's the shade Flirt. And you can see it's a really pretty, like, dark purple, but it has a little bit of like a fuchsia sort of berry undertone to it. So I'm going to use this to place pretty much right in the crease and on the inner and outer corners to start working on the halo effect. So anytime I do like a halo eye or I want my crease to be really defined, I will pretty much keep my eye open like I'm doing right now. That way I can really tell what the shadow is gonna look like when my eye is open, or how like other people are gonna be able to see it. And I do that because I have slightly hooded eyes. So if I were to put a shade where my actual crease is, my eyes would fold over and then my look wouldn't look the same as what it is supposed to be. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and I placed that right in the crease. I didn't really blend it at all. And now I'm just packing this on the outer and inner corner really lightly. I'm just taking my time with this. I'm not in a rush. So just take your time with something like this. Don't forget that you can always go back in and add more, but once you've put too much, it's kind of hard to take it back or reverse it. So when doing something like this, or you're doing something with color, or just something you aren't used to really doing, just take your time, have fun with it. So now you can see I have on the purple, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and blend out these edges just a little bit, since I did put the purple in the crease as well. I just want to blend it just a little bit. I don't want the color to like disappear really. I just want to make sure that there's no harsh lines. So now I'm going to go ahead and start to use these. I think I'm going to go ahead and mix them together on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take a flat brush and pat it in the center of my lid where I have that empty space. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this and, like I said, place it on the back of my hands. And now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm picking up some of the Starlit powder, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix it in with the liquid. So it's really pretty, but it kind of got like really chunky and weird. I don't know if I added too much powder. Okay, so I mixed a little extra on my hand and I went ahead and put it on with my finger, and it looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so you can see I have it on both eyes. I put a little too much, probably because I was using my finger, but I'm gonna go back into the Ciate palette and touch up around the edges and in the crease, and it'll be much better. I'm actually going to take a different brush than from what I was using before. This one's just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go back to Flirt and just go around the edges. Okay, so there it is. I went ahead and touched up around the edges. I didn't want it to be too dark. I think that it is pretty dramatic. It does make a big statement with the glitter in the middle. I am going to work after this, so you know, I can't get too crazy, but I think that this is pretty dramatic on its own. Of course, you can make it darker if you want to. I would totally make it darker if I was like going out somewhere, but I'm not, so I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brow bone, and I'm gonna use My Tribe again. So really quickly now, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my face makeup, and then we can go back to the eyes, and I think I'm just gonna like zoom through the face makeup just because I don't want this video to be really long and I feel like it's already getting really long. So I'm gonna do the face, zoom through it, and then we'll be back. So even though we're zooming through this, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little voiceover just so you guys know what I'm using. So I went ahead and primed my face with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Face Primer. And now I'm using my Makeup Forever HD stick. This is the shade R230, I believe. And I'm using my Morphe M439 brush. And can I just say that this brush is really pissing me off because it's shedding like crazy. Like I don't know. I think I need a new one, or I need to replace it because it's just not as full as it used to be. But anyways, now I am obviously highlighting and concealing my face with my Tarte Shape Tape. I believe I'm in the shade Fair, which is the lightest shade, I think, or at least it was the lightest shade whenever they first came out with this concealer. I know that they've come out with new shades. But anyways, you can see that I am just blending all of that out with my damp beauty blender. Now you can see that I am baking with that same damp beauty blender, and I'm using my RCMA No Color Powder. And filling in my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Chocolate. And I still like the brow definer better. But I'm stuck with this now, so I'm just trying to, you know, use it up. And now I'm going ahead and bronzing with a big Morphe fan brush. I think it's the E36 brush. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. And I'm using the Too Faced, I believe it's the Sweet Tea bronzer. I always get that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Sweet Tea bronzer. And now I'm putting on blush. I'm using the Urban Decay blush in the shade Rapture, which looks really scary in the pan, but it's not. It's a really nice dusty mauve shade. And going ahead and highlighting, I'm using the Makeup Forever HD Pro Light Fusion in the shade 01, I believe. It's gorgeous. It's like a pinky shift. It's gorgeous. Setting my face, which is why I'm doing that. And I'm adding more highlighter because I felt like it. And back to the video. And we're back. My face is done, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and take my Lorac Starlight highlighter just because it's sitting here right next to me. Going back to the Ciate palette, I'm going to go ahead and take Skinny Dip and run that along my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take just a tiny bit of Flirt and keep it on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the nude eyeliner from ColourPop in my waterline. And now off camera, I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. You can see that I went ahead and did my winged liner, I put on some mascara, and I did my lips. If you are wondering what's on my lips, I went ahead and lined my lips with my Aquarius lip liner from ColourPop, and I have a little mini Too Faced cream lipstick in the shade Naked Dolly. That is what I used. So there you have it, guys. I really like how this turned out. I think it looks really cool, especially the glitter in the middle. It was a little tricky to mix it together, but I was determined to do it, and I did, and I really like it. So anyways, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.